Anyway, I guess we should talk about some of the wrestling now, shouldn't we?
Can we talk more about Colin Thompson?
No, we got to talk about other weasels. We covered on the drive-through the Dynamite episode for Wednesday night, August the 9th, but as we recorded that, God, it seems like it's 2 months ago. It was like 4 days ago. They didn't have the ratings out. Well, now the ratings have come out, and we were again saying that, boy, howdy. I mean, there's a lot of people out there with tolerance for watching whatever the because you can't imagine the rating would be 7 for some of these shows. But there were certain points in this program where we anticipated a cliff being fallen off of. And so now we get to go over it and find out where that came, if it came, and who was responsible. Brian, do you have the documentation there?
I have the documentation here. AEW Dynamite for August 9th on TBS, on average, was viewed by 846,000 viewers.
And they do 800 and something thousand. They'll hot shot a program like Blood and Guts or War Games, whatever they're doing, and they'll get up to 9. And then the next week they'll drop back into the high 8s, and then they're back where they started from. Is this again the range of that we can expect going hitherto for forever?
Possibly. And again, with declining viewers on traditional television and going to the internet or other means, it definitely is going to be a declining number, I would think. But also, I think a story that maybe we should look at, maybe on the drive-thru, not today. NXT. The last 4 weeks, I think they had Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio on the show, and they've been almost, just over 700,000 every single week.
Well, and those were the averages. The Dominic title win, I believe it was that one, got 800. Basically, this viewership on Wednesday night got 800 and something thousand for the title match of NXT that week.
So they're not head to head, and of course, main roster people are being sent down there. But all of a sudden, NXT is popping the ratings while Dynamite's doing Dynamite things. But AEW Dynamite on TBS, August 9, 2023. These were compiled by WrestleNomics. Quarter 1. 8 to 8:15 p.m., the Jericho Appreciation Society live breakup with Chris Jericho, and an ad break, 892,000 viewers.
Okay, we've got that's, I don't, they used to start much higher, but that's been going off, or that's been going on.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while. It's not been going on for a while, is what I'm trying to say, but that's a healthy number.
Yeah, they're not coming a million out of Big Bang Theory anymore like they used to.
Well, I guess the 47th airing of each Big Bang episode has something to do with it.
And considering they're awful the first airing, who knows about the 47th, but quarter 2, 8:15 to 8:30 p.m., the Chris Jericho Don Callis backstage promo, and the Hardy Boys versus the Hardly Boys with picture-in-picture, 839,000 viewers.
Ouch. Okay, so was it the Jericho Society segment that just made people go, fuck, let's just get out of this? Or did they have to wait to see that they were going to be seeing the Hardys and the Hardleys? And then they said, fuck. But either way, 53,000 people said sayonara.
The Hardys don't mean much anymore, and the Bucks have never, especially right now, Kenny Omega could pop a number with the right opponent, or even an offbeat opponent. The Bucks are driving away viewers every time we see them, unless they're involved in like a Jon Moxley cage match that goes 5 segments. They're losing viewers. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m., the FTR confrontation with the Young Bucks. Adam Cole, it just says Adam Cole. I don't know what he did. Adam Cole MJF video, an ad break, and Blackpool Combat Club's backstage promo, 805,000 viewers.
Ouch. Now, they got to go back up according to the average number, but now they've lost 87,000 people from the start of the program in only the first 45 minutes.
Well, there's a reason stars of the past are still around today. Quarter 4, Jack Perry versus Rob Van Dam with picture-in-picture, as well as a Lucha Brothers backstage promo, 861,000 viewers.
Okay, well, I think we can attribute that extra 56,000 people to the Lucha Brothers backstage promo.
Maybe
No,
not.
Rob Van Dam hadn't been on national TV in a while. Boom, there we go. I can see that happening.
Quarter 5, the big 9 o'clock hour, and this story continues this week, 9 to 9:15 p.m. The Adam Cole MJF in-ring promo with Roderick Strong coming out to yell at them, and the Blackpool Combat Club entrance through picture-in-picture ads. 889,000 viewers, which is the high point, as well as the high point in the key demo, 425,000 viewers.
No, it's 3,000 below where they started.
Oh, shit, you're right.
It's not the high point quarter, but it may be the high point of the demo.
It's the high point of the demo by far. But once again, let's just stop real quick. Every week, MJF and Cole, wherever they are, Collision, Dynamite, they're popping the number.
And quite honestly, the 861 in quarter 4 can partially be attributed probably to people tuning in, 6, 7, 8 minutes early for the top of the hour where they would see, and probably figured they'd see MJF and Adam Cole.
Quarter 6, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. The Lucha Brothers versus Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley with picture-in-picture, 844,000 viewers.
And as soon as MJF and Cole are finished, we have dropped 45,000.
Quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. The finish of the previous match, the post-match, the Kenny Omega being confronted by Alex Marvez backstage, the ad break, and then Swerve Strickland and his crew being confronted by Darby Allin and Sting, 850,000 viewers.
Good Lord. Okay, that surprises me because they picked up an extra 6,000 for a potpourri quarter. But what was the main event? I've forgotten. That's not a good sign. So were they tuning in early for the main event?
Quarter 8, the main event, 9:45 to 10 p.m. An ad break followed by Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay.
Okay, I remember that.
With picture-in-picture, 790,000 viewers.
Well, and boy, they lucked out because that wasn't long enough where more people had the chance to change the channel. But yeah, that's where looking at it, I can't believe that the third quarter hour did only 15,000 people more than the last segment there. Because one would have figured that maybe people were just asleep on the couch at that point.
If this show didn't have MJF and Adam Cole, it would be a straight nosedive from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's been like that several weeks in a row now. So whatever we want to say about the goofiness, and I don't like the bro segments, I like the in-ring stuff. Either the in-ring promos mostly, or the matches minus the dance segment.
Yeah.
But whatever we say, that is resonating with the AEW fans more than anything else company-wide right now.
What do you think it says about the AEW talent roster, the AEW office staff, the AEW fans, every affiliated party around AEW, that the biggest things that resonate with those people are you going to be my friend or are you going to be his friend? I want you to be my friend, but you like him instead of me. It's always that, isn't it? And I mean,
yes.
I know wrestling has always been about friends betraying each other and backstabbing and jealousy or whatever, but it seemed like nobody ever complained about, you were my friend. Just taking it to these simplistic, childish components.
Well, Jimmy Valiant was kind of upset at Pez, now that you think about it.
That's true.
I mean, they were friends. They were friends.
They were friends. And then suddenly Pez became Shaska, and Boogie got his head shaved. And
if the Young Bucks and Adam Page, I'm not even going to leave Omega out of this. If they had been booked by someone other than themselves from the beginning of AEW, and if we haven't had 4+ years of a fucking rack store cowboy having emotional issues and worrying about who his friends are, and the Bucks worrying about who's friends, every single thing they do is about who's friends with who. That's why people think it's all stupid. Because they're stupid. But yeah, we get way too much of that. Never like, you tried to fuck my wife. You want to make something realistic nowadays? You fucking Instagram something on my wife? Nothing like that. Instead, it's like, oh, you don't want to hang out with us anymore. Well, I do.
Remember when Page took the job guys on a ride on his new lawnmower?
Yeah. That helped.
But he's trying to have a career to fall back on
As a landscaper?
as a landscaper.
I
Because
wouldn't
paint
hire him.
warming only has its seasons. Anyway, that was Dynamite, wasn't it?
It sure was.
All right. Well, after Dynamite, it's probably best if you watch that program if you get a good night's sleep. Or if you just need something to calm down, you've got stress and anxiety over bad booking or childish talent, or maybe you've got pain. You got pain in the ass or a headache or something like that. Whatever the case, I think before you lay your weary head down on one of the mattresses that we often recommend here on the program, you got to make sure before you get your atmosphere right, you got to make sure the body and the mind are right, Brian, right? Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's why that 90% of customers of the CB distillery report they have better sleep with CBD, and 81% of the customers say CBD helps with stress and anxiety. 80% report less pain after physical activity, and it helps with your focus and concentration. 4% of the customers say that they can see through walls and predict the future.
No, they don't.
Well, that's what they said on their form. Now,
That's not what they said.
Fact check these things. I said it on my form.
What?
I was staring at that wall until suddenly I could see my next door neighbor out by her pool wearing nothing but a smile. And it disturbed me because she's 80 years old, so I had to take more CBD.
What does this have to do with whatever we're talking about?
It helps your focus and concentration. I'm telling you, if you take a couple of these and you sit down and you stare at your wall, you'll be able to see right through it after about 2 or 3 hours.
That's not true. That's not the way this works. This is something that can help you get sleep, not have weird. They may not want any of this. It does not cause weird delusions or anything.
Hallucinations is what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You saying I was just seeing all that of my own volition. It didn't have anything to do with the CBD and other plant-based solutions that are carefully formulated from CB Distillery. It didn't have anything to do with that. I was just imagining things.
It could have been the Sprite.
It could have been the Sprite, because is there that artificial sweetener that causes your bladder to fall out and this stuff? Anyway, there's nothing artificial about the products. The full range of carefully formulated CBD and other plant-based solutions you will find at CB Distillery. There's no artificial colors. You know what an artificial color is, don't you?
Yeah.
That's when you just make up your own.
What?
If you had a shade between red and magenta and you called it blurkfuck, well, then that's an artificial color. It doesn't really exist.
I don't know if that's what artificial colors are, but it's an interesting
artificial
example.
Preservatives. There's going to be no formaldehyde. There's going to be no preservatives of any kind in these fine items.
No,
so you don't have to worry about embalming yourself.
No, as we said before, this is the real deal. This is real stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, you're not talking about what you might buy on the counter of a truck stop, are you? For heaven's sake, this stuff is recommended by Dr. Kevin Fry. He's a Mayo Clinic trained internist. He's a preventative health specialist. He can prevent health better than any doctor on earth. And he's also Glenn Fry's brother. So you got that.
No,
he's musically talented.
Don't say that. We don't know if that's Glenn Fry's
It's spelled
brother.
the same way. You mean there's more Frys in the world?
Yeah, I know Jamie Fry over in Brooklyn.
Oh, well, I thought he was related to Glenn, too.
No, he's not related to Glenn. Get out of here.
Second marriage?
The Brooklyn what?
All righty, there's over 2 million satisfied customers, folks, from CB Distillery, because they give you the real stuff that's not artificial. It's 100% clean, and it'll help you with everything, especially the focus and concentration. I'm telling you, in hindsight, I think I did bend that spoon. But if you're frustrated,
you didn't.
I certainly did. After a little while, I stuck it under my foot and pulled up on it. If you're frustrated with a health concern that's not getting better, try CBD from the source that we can all trust, cbdistillery.com. And right now, we're going to take you down the right path. Not the garden path, not the primrose path, but the right path, the yellow brick road to happiness. You're going to get a 20% discount if you visit CB Distillery. That's DISTILLERY, cbdistillery.com. and enter my code JCE for your discount. There is no prescription required, so no forgery on your part is necessary in order to avail yourself of the fine products at cbdistillery.com. Promo code JCE, 20% off whatever they got. You can buy the clothes off their back. They'll sell it to you. They're fine folks. And they're calm. They're very calm people.
Thank God. I wish you'd be more calm.
Why? What?
Why don't you start taking some of this on the air?
I can't take things to make me calm on the air. I might go to sleep. Especially as interesting as you are lately.
Well, if you need to calm down and go to sleep, try CB Distillery.
I love that scene in the old Fields movie. The nurse is trying to wake up and take your sleeping pill.